got my damn stickers from carstickers.com. T-shirts by Memco Design on Instagram. Make sure y'all add Memco Design. I'm going to put a link in the video. All right, guys. So first and foremost, got to send a huge shout out and thank you to carstickers.com, our first official sponsor of Beast Mode Network. We really appreciate and love you guys. All the work you guys do is awesome. Love your turnaround times. It's absolutely blazingly fast. You guys, you got to go to carstickers.com for any of your personal sticker or decal needs whatsoever. They have all kinds of stuff. You can custom design anything you want, any type of way you want. Their quality is ridiculous. The materials are very, very high quality. And if you go to their coupon section and type in BEAST20, all caps, that's BEAST20, you can get 20% off of your full order. Make sure y'all go to carstickers.com, and again, that's BEAST20, all caps, and you get 20% off. Oh, see,
this here is just so freaking small. I mean,
that is tiny.
Yeah. You need one that's that big around at least. Like a T3, T4 type turbo.
See, this said T3. I thought that was like big, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, okay, we'll go with that.
That's not even a T3.
Cool, so I got, that's all.
You got.
But it's okay because I got it on eBay. There's protection, so it's going back.
10-4. Yep, that's a baby. That might work on a little Jeep or something like that, but or a little Bobcat or something, but that's cute.
Right.
You can turn it, either way. But we need something bigger.
All right.
We need something bigger. You can go on eBay, get T3, T4s.
I'm gonna just get the brand new one instead of going cheap. Because really, this actually ended up being more than the new one. But that's why I figured it would have been better. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, it's just to spool up the big one, so it should be good enough. Nah, that shit look tiny. I couldn't even get my fingers in there to spin the damn blade.
That's a cute little.
Put it on a go-kart
thing, go-kart, lawnmower. But yeah, you need one that's a lot bigger than that. And agricultural, you can find those all sorts of places, for cheap.
Really?
And I can show you one out there on that farm tractor out there. Some of your turbos on your agricultural engines, like these old tractors, they'll have turbos that are, although they was built in SAE times, for measurement, they equal out to 75 to 80 millimeter turbos.
Really?
And that one there, my dad and me used to do some pulling, and so we've turned the fuel screws up, and we've kind of boosted this one up a little bit, so it'll throw a pretty good tornado.
Yeah.
But at 2,800 RPM, it's producing 15 pounds of boost.
Okay, well.
So that's not too bad.
That's not too shabby at all.
But that's old school technology, and they're still using casted impeller wheels and stuff like that, where today's is all CNC and really profiled to go with that airflow.
Yeah.
But you can find turbos off of the international trucks.
Yeah.
DT 466s, anything, dump trucks or anything, and you can find those for used, 80 to 100 bucks a piece that are still good.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But we don't have any vehicles after this bullshit with the EPA.
Man, listen.
Have to tie a horse to the front of our vehicles, and that'll be my buggy.
So let's be honest. We are not going electric.
No,
I don't care. It's not happening.
We're not doing that electric.
I'm not, listen.
You can do golf carts if you want to do that bullshit.
Man.
Up through here without getting into the suspension or the drive shaft but it kind of looks like we're going to have to go up underneath that cross member. But hell, you got, 15, 18 inches worth of ground clearance there.
Yeah.
So you can run a 3-inch pipe up through there for the time being until we can figure out something different.
Yeah.
Because I just don't see any, not without, coming out
Yeah,
here,
no.
running it underneath, over the top of the tire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Car style. You can do it that way. Or, like I said, you could do it in a bed, but, if you're hauling stuff in the back, that's not going to do you any much good.
Even though I really love that idea, I think that's dope because then you can hear it better, you can see it.
Well, you probably have more power from the cooling effect. You wouldn't even have to use an intercooler. Another thing a guy could do, and they do this on some of the race cars, they actually put the turbos underneath the car. And you got buku fucking room for that. But you know, if you're in a lot of mud, a lot of water, you don't want to do that.
Oh yeah, see, I'll be driving on the farm.
Right, you don't want to do that because that's just going to gum everything up and just trash everything.
Yeah.
Okay, you just took him up over there. Okay, yeah, you got no reading on this side. So what would be good to come down? I almost think come down and come down to the pipe about right underneath this transmission pan.
Okay.
We put the wire right there until we can determine a better location to run that pipe away, which I just don't see it unless we run it through the fender wells. I mean, you could, but you still have to hook up a Y pipe to run one turbo. Come down off of that, off the driver's side, come into the middle, and the same way on the passenger side, come down into the middle, off to the side a little bit. Run it up underneath the K-member, right in the middle, and after that, that'll get the exhaust pipe up into the front of the motor or off to the side, and drop you a damn full second off your time.
Really?
So, but the bad thing is finding, you know, a front differential that's 456 for that. You know, it's either that you might as well be a two-wheel drive.
Yeah, and see that's the problem too. I don't like this front diff at all because the way they have it set up, when it's an all-wheel drive, if there's any problem with the front diff when it's not raining, not slippery, no cause for it, and it starts having a vibration. As soon as you turn it off, it stops. That's how I know it's the front diff and not drive shaft, not U-joint, rear end, none of that. You know what I mean? But when I talked to that Dodge dealership in town, whatever they're name, Mikey Anderson or whatever, one of the techs told me like, yeah, that's just really common with 12 to 14, 15-ish Rams that were the four-door bighorns. The front diff they used them were trash. They actually had a recall for it, but because I have a Canadian truck, I couldn't get my damn warranty.
Don't those front ends have a vacuum line going down to them to actually actuate?
Yeah, the actuator, yeah.
Put a damn shut-off valve in that vacuum line. It won't engage.
So, but it won't engage when it's not supposed to, but will it still work at all?
Turn the valve on. It's a manual shut-off.
Okay.
So when that gauges, so when you flip your switch, you got a relay, and then you got an electric switch that's hooked up to engine vacuum.
Right.
And then that opens the circuit, and then that sucks on that diaphragm down there that actually engages your front end. And if that vacuum line is bad, your front end won't engage at all. The transfer case and all that will.
Right.
But your front end your differential will not engage at all.
Well,
So that's where you get that idea. So the object is to, if you don't want it to kick in when you don't want it to, you know, the system can still engage electronically. You're shutting that mechanical action off and you're controlling that.
I like that idea because I tried launching in 4-wheel. I tried an all-wheel drive just to see what it's like, and it has way more bite in 2-wheel.
Right.
It takes the hell. I mean, I'm not pulling tires or anything, but the front of this thing lifts up a lot.
And you got all that parasitic loss from driving all that drivetrain in there.
Yep.
So what it's going to do if you're running in, say like you want to race it in low 4-wheel drive range or something like that, and not tear up your front end, you know, your front drive shaft is still going to turn your pinion shaft, but that coupler that goes in there and actually engages your pinion shaft to your ring gear is not going to engage, so you're still being full 2-wheel drive.
I like that.
So
I like that idea.
You might be able to get away with doing that.
And I can get like a remote switch for it that,
you know
what I'm saying?
Yep. Fine, but that's what I was thinking. I've been putting you off because I was like, they don't even make a turbo kit for this. And There's nothing to look at. But once you get underneath it and see, you know, it's not that difficult.
It's not like that engine is not that big, but this truck is huge. There is all kinds of space. It's just figuring out how to do it. But see, once I had to take that air cleaner off, I was doing some work and I was like, man, I mean, if I wasn't so fat, I could actually stand right in there. Like, there's all kinds of space. And that's when I was like, yeah, we're going turbo. Because initially, I wanted to get a Whipple. And that was because of my mans. And I'm not fond of having to just keep changing the pulley out. I don't feel like doing all that. I'd rather control it, be able to get some live time feedback. Because I'm going to eventually upgrade to HP tuners. It's just, you know, that's $1,000. I think it's $1,000 for the program. You still need the attachments. It was like $1,200 for the kit or whatever. Yeah, we wasn't doing that right now.
That's a nice setup, but you start getting around 30, 40,000 miles on them, and you're beating on them. First thing that goes out is the bearings, and you're beating the fins out of the blowers. So
yeah,
your turbos, they're easily to replace.
Exactly.
You don't have to go through that computer bullshit.
And that Whipple by itself, just to get it, no extra pulley, just the one that comes with it, $6,000. Man, I can get for $6,000. I could either get 2 really high power, high quality turbos with a kit to go with them, or about 20 cheap turbos that I can run through and not care about. I'd rather do that because I'm not.
Go shop on Pro Street, you know, on the marketplaces, and you can probably find one that just, it needs to be wired or it needs to be welded. It's already there, ready to go.
Right. Yeah, I love me some Marketplace though. I've got so many cars off Marketplace and flipped them. I mean, easily. All right, the GoPro died while I was at Big Chad's house. But look what we got. And that's fine, as long as it inflates. Don't care about a little dry rot where we're going. Burnout contest coming, but finally got ours. At least one, the first set to blow. But we also got some rims. So appreciate that, Chad. You are the man, brother. So now, time to go shopping again. We need some more Turbskies. This should be very interesting. Very interesting indeed.